Hey, what's up everyone? Short video today. A while back I made a video about all of my 11 by 17 Star Wars promo posters advertising the books and comics and things. And as I'm going through all of my bins and poster tubes and stuff, I'm finding more 11 by 17s that I wanted to sort of consolidate into this portfolio. And I just wanted to sort of quickly do a vid about this to show this off. I think there's some cool things here. And then future videos, I'll do 11 by 14, 24 by 36, 18 by 24. There's so many different sizes in which these promo posters come. 11 by 17 is a fairly standard size, as you can see by, at least in my previous video, the number that I already had here. There's just a few more left here that I want to show off. Most of these, I think, are focused on comics, and particularly the Dark Horse comic run. So this is from the Shadows of the Empire comic. Quite a few official promo pieces from the overall Shadows multimedia project. I always thought this was a cool image. What's neat, like most of these, is that it's double-sided. So here you have what up to this point is sort of the full run of the Dark Horse comic trades that you can pick up. Pretty cool, with really good descriptions. The epic continues. Again, just the constant sort of rhetorical sense and marketing sense that this isn't just some random one-off, right? This is part of the ongoing, continuing adventures of Star Wars, right? More Dark Horse promos. The Last Command. I like the simplicity of this promo. The Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Now, this is one of many promos for the overall micro series. There are a number of really, really great promo posters that relate to the sort of the specific different seasons. Really cool stuff. What's odd about this, so again, this is an 11 by 17. You'll see this in a number of places reproduced in a lot of different sizes. And sometimes the different sizes that you see these available in, for instance, you're looking for these on eBay, is sort of a giveaway to whether or not it's basically like a kind of a quasi sort of counterfeit reproduction. Now, I mean, as far as that goes, who cares, right? If you love the image and you want it at a particular size, more power to you. Go out there and find that there's tons of people producing these things, reproducing these things at all sorts of sizes. But if you're sort of interested in what was, in theory, something that a fan could actually get at the time at their local comic shop or video store, what have you, bookshop, the sizes are often a dead giveaway. Again, great image here. This is a fun one for a couple of reasons. It's great art. I always loved the art from the individual issues of the Son of Dathomir miniseries, again, the Dark Horse miniseries that came out in 2014, just as the EU was being decanonized and discontinued. I want to flip really quickly to the other side. The other side of this promo is a promo for Rebel Heist, which was one of the last things that we got from not only Dark Horse, but the EU itself, a sort of sadly neglected miniseries that didn't really have a fighting chance because it was promoted and then almost immediately chucked aside with the announcement on April 25th of the decanonization 2014. I don't know that it's a super important or consequential story or even a great story. It's just a story that didn't really even have a chance, I think. Now, what's important about it being part of this promo here is that there is still to this day this controversy around Son of Dathomir. I've made videos about this, one of my most controversial videos, bizarrely, because Son of Dathomir is a miniseries that is part of both canons. It is EU as well as new canon, because right around the time of the decanonization, the story group said, well, there are things about this for a variety of reasons that work with the new canon. We are introducing it to the new canon. But it's something that, as this shows, right, is something that was promoted as part of the EU, again, alongside another EU promo, right? There's nothing here that indicates otherwise, right? This is a promo poster that predates the decanonization announcement. It's just one of those things that I just never thought it was that controversial. When I made the video a while back, I only did it to address some of these like kind of burgeoning sorts of conversations about this online, about how could it be part of both canons? It's not, blah, blah, blah. It is. It's just that simple. The Clone Wars, Son of Dathomir are just a few things that happen to be part of both. They were reintroduced to the new canon after the 2014 announcement. And again, this is just more sort of proof of that. This is sort of funny. This obviously isn't Star Wars, but this just sort of shows how much I love promo posters about books. I've got a ton of Star Trek stuff. I've done a ton of Doctor Who stuff, basically promoting the books and the comics. and as I think I explained in the last video, a big part of what I love about this stuff is that, and why I got into this in the first place was, I just always felt like with Star Wars in particular, there just wasn't enough that like a fan could do to like stick posters on the wall. Like if you think of like your old college dorm or something, right? Like if you just want to see images of like the book covers that you've been staring at for years and reading and rereading, right? It would be really cool to see them as posters that just didn't really exist. And I started to think, gee, I know there are promo posters that effectively do this work. Let me start getting them. And I started to realize just how much I wanted to see book cover images as posters, right? And so in a small way, at least, just taking this Doctor Who promo, I mean, you've got 8 books here that are effectively now like on a poster. So that's great, right? The final thing here, oh yes, the final thing in this 11x17 portfolio is this kind of a weird piece. It's actually double-sided. The other side's obscured by the Doctor Who promo. It's just sort of more of the same here. Kind of a like a, you know, like a boxing sort of hype promo about, you know, the Vong and Maul going at it. What's interesting about this is twofold. One, Del Rey does not really seem to feature prominently here. I mean, this is ultimately a promo that coincided with the Maul lockdown push. So it's part of this book, but you don't really see the book advertised in a big way. I mean, this is something that was like handed out alongside book events at bookstores and stuff. And I think you could probably get it at conventions too. So it's the sort of thing like it would have been at like a booth near the book. And so at least in that way would have been sort of creating some excitement and connections to the book. But again, as a standalone poster, you kind of have to dig for sort of its place in the EU here. And again, even along the side, I mean, it's just, they really tuck this away. You know, you got to kind of get the magnifying glass out to sort of know, oh yeah, go to Facebook Star Wars Books, Twitter Del Rey Star Wars, what have you, right? So there's been some concern over the years about whether this is even official. And it is. And the other thing that kind of adds a little bit of uncertainty is just the fact that like the paper quality is really poor. It's not newsprint, but it just feels kind of crispy. It's just not this nice glossy sort of traditional promo poster material. But, you know, it's legit. So anyway, this is sort of part 2, I guess, of my 11x17 sort of promos. Keep an eye out for many more videos about many different other types of promos, book stands, book displays, book mobiles, actually, that sort of hang and sort of spin around. There's a ton of stuff out there.